One of our best hires was someone that I had known for years, and I had no idea. And she came to me, and incredibly smart lady, and had actually been running a business.
Okay.
And she said, "Well, we may be selling our business, and I'm thinking about a career change." And I'm
Wow.
like, "Really? I had no idea that you were interested." And she was actually interested in becoming a CPA. Well, becoming a CPA is a bit of a haul. It requires a master's degree, and it requires 2 years of practical experience. And so when I spoke to her, I said, you're probably, unless a CPA designation is just on your bucket list and you've got to get that designation, I can have you doing CPA level work in a year and a half, through training, and you won't have the designation.
Right.
But in terms of the work that you're doing, you're smart, you're experienced.
You're going to get
and you can
hands-on right away.
You can do the work, and I can train you. I can bring you up to that senior level, that senior accountant level. And so she did, and and just as I thought, did senior level work within a year and a half. So we're always interested in talking to people. Biggest challenge that we see for our clients and for us at times, you've got bookkeepers, and bookkeepers keep the books of businesses. They keep track of your accounts receivable balance, your cash accounts, keep track of your accounts payable, keep the vendors paid, and administer the payroll, produce financial statements and other reports. That is a lost art.
Journal entries, all of
Journal entries. Well, we don't like to make too many journal entries because they're normally corrective. So we're hoping we don't make a lot of journal entries, but occasionally we do. But that's really a lost art.
Yeah.
We're seeing it's incredible the number of clients that we have who are looking for a full-time bookkeeper.
Yeah. Right.
And I don't know, sometimes even when you say the term bookkeeper, I don't know if that term even gives enough credit to the position.
Right.
It's a highly skilled
multitasker.
Multitasking is important, and so that's what I see as some of the biggest challenge in terms of staffing, biggest challenging for clients. Everyone is short-staffed.
Yeah.
Everyone is looking for some, whether you're in the granite industry or we just talked about trucking or retail or restaurants. Everyone is looking for workers. And through my work on the task force, when people say, well, where did everybody go? They retired, in short.
Sure.
We actually had a fair number of people move to the state, but what's amazing is a very high percentage of people who moved to Vermont during the pandemic had a job.
Right.
They were working remotely. So they didn't come to Vermont saying, I got to move to Vermont, get an apartment, get a job.
Yeah.
They came to Vermont and they
with
had
a job,
job.
looking for a place to live.
Yeah,
Sure.
and now we've got our housing challenges. So, when Karen and I have a housing unit that comes up for rent, we start calling the organizations that we know and work with closely to ask them, do you have any new hires who are looking for housing? And we try to help out in that way. So it's incredibly, tight. And there have been instances where people have had to turn jobs down because they can't find housing.
Sure.
So, our small businesses, even though we're coming out of the pandemic, I think we did a good job with small business relief during the pandemic, but the challenges remain.
Yeah.
And now we don't have, the ERTC program ends in 23 for those taking advantage of it. That's it.
Yeah.
JD. And then those systemic changes, where you changed your business model and all of a sudden your labor costs went up 22%,
Right.
Labor and benefits. Health insurance alone, we're looking at a 15 to 20% increase on average, kind of across the board. So it's a challenging time for our business, for our small businesses, and they need the services that we provide more than ever.
And those services, it's not just about getting your taxes done at Salvador and Babbitt. You guys do estates and trusts and financial planning and
we do a lot of
business
M&A, management
formation.
advisory. Yeah, we do a lot of management advisory, services as well. I mean, sometimes small business owners just need, we have the experience. We've been doing it a long time, and we've seen a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've always said that's one of the most rewarding things about my profession is I'm sort of this voyeur,
Yeah,
you know?
right.
And I get to watch, but I get to watch incredibly successful business people. I get to watch how they run their companies, their discipline, their thought process. And, you know, unfortunately, on occasion, I get to watch some people who are not so successful.
Yep.
And make decisions that don't work out well and run businesses that don't necessarily last. And so you get that contrast, and you get to watch and you get to observe, and in a lot of instances you get to be part of that process when you're offering management advisory services.
Great wisdom over there at Salvador and Babick.
Well, we
You
try
guys-
hard. You know, we offer suggestions. We don't make decisions for people.
Yeah.
But, you know,
But you
part
could
of
also
my
say,
job.
we've seen things take a hard left, so let's keep
Well,
you on
and we
track
can play
here.
devil's advocate on certain things
Yeah.
and say, well, what about this, or have you considered that? And a lot of times, people who are running businesses they just want someone to talk to.
Yeah, right.
You know, they can't always. You know, they don't all. When you're at the top and you're running your business, you don't always have someone at your level that you can speak with and say, well, I'm considering this decision, or hey, I've had an offer on my business.
Yeah.
And do you think it's the right offer? And do you think, you know, what do you think?
Yeah.
So that's what I love most is the relationships. I mean, I've got relationships that go back 25 years.
Right.
And you know, clients that I speak to almost every day.
Shoot them an email. office@salvadorandbabick.com. Visit the Facebook page, too.
Yeah.
Or call 476-8673.
That's us.
Right here in Barrie.
Yeah. Well, thanks for chatting about
Thanks
that.
for coming on, Tom.
That shameless.
You going to be with
Plug.
us next? You going to be with us next Wednesday?
Yeah. I mean, if we've got something exciting, you know, to talk about.
Oh, we will.
Well, if it's boring and
No, never with you here. There's
well,
always.
what are we gonna make up?
Raylene said yesterday. She's like, Tom's in. We're gonna have plenty to talk about.
Yeah, but okay.
Well, today I knew we would because the
Well, yeah, it's
of the
been
agenda.
it's been
Yeah.
so long, but
Yeah.
now we'll have. Listen, actually, next week we'll have the. You should have Booten in as well. We'll have
Well,
the success of the
Booten's in all the time.
Christmas for Kids
Booten's
program.
in too much. Booten's in too much.
He's just cool.
But it
He's,
would be nice to talk about that
well, of
next
course,
week and to
we-
know
yeah, of
how
course we
things
will.
went. And
We've got a good mix on the council.
Jason Fleury and Booten will be in here for sure.
Yeah,
For
we got to
sure.
wrap all those presents.
Yeah, you got a lot of work to do, buddy. Yeah.
You know what?
No time. For you to
I
go on
thank God.
vacation.
I thank God every day for those bags, because I'm the
me
bag
too,
dude.
because I am the worst rapper there ever was.
I just like dump it in the bag, throw some tissue paper on top, Christmas card, love you lots.
When I wrap gifts, it looks like a 3-year-old did it. I don't. I just can't help it. It's just never something.
Oh,
I've
you
been
cut
good
the
at.
paper and it's literally like, you know, it's a quarter inch. It's a quarter inch too short, and you think, well, if I fold it right, and then if this becomes the backside, they're gonna
No
be
one
so
will know.
Yeah, no one's gonna notice, and you go through that. I can't do it, and then you rewrap the damn thing
or stuff it in a bag.
and then you end up with these little, you know, strips of paper like, the hell am I going to do with this? I'm not buying anybody an engagement ring to wrap, for God's sakes. Yeah, wrap a candy cane or something.
Thanks.
I
Tom.
love Christmas. I'm a crab when it comes to wrapping, but I love Christmas. I like giving.
We love having you in here.
Have
like
a good
being
day,
here.
everyone.
And we love having you as a sponsor. And thank you very much. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Have a great day, everybody.